I thank my friend from Texas for coordinating this opportunity to stand in solidarity on the House floor and memorialize a dear family friend and my former boss, George Herbert Walker Bush, our 41st president. President Bush was a great sportsman, a man of warm and goofy humor, a man who in every instance put himself in the position of serving others. From his willingness to enlist and become the Navy's youngest aviator, a braviator indeed he was, flying some 58 combat missions. But at every stage of his life until he passed on to be with Barr and Robin on November 30th at the age of 94, Bush, 41, continued to put himself in the position of serving others. That is his legacy. From helping spread 1,000 points of light, Americans helping Americans helping the less fortunate, Americans reaching out across the ocean and help those in time of need. As I noted, he was a great sportsman. He loved speed, fast boats like the Fidelity, fast planes like his Avenger, the Barbara III. That's right, 3. It was said to be Grumman's best customer after losing 3 planes as a naval aviator. And even in sports that were known for being relaxing, Mr. Williams, he made them fast. 18 holes of ready golf, or cart polo, as it was referred to, in minutes, not hours. Super competitive doubles tennis, fishing, always loving fishing, that is, when he wasn't skydiving. But this sportsman, gentleman, servant leader accomplished an extraordinary portfolio of successes in his single term of 4 years as our president. Called upon by the media and many to dance atop the crumbled Berlin Wall, President Bush did not dance, but instead put his shoulder down and produced an agreement that in turn produced the extraordinary growth and prosperity among the peoples of Europe. No greater memorial to this success than to walk down the streets today of Warsaw, Prague, or Budapest and see the economic vitality of free market capitalism at work. But there were other exceptional moments in the international portfolio, including the completion of the North American Free Trade Agreement, the reinforcement of the Monroe Doctrine by ejecting a threatening thug, Manuel Noriega, from Panama, the delicate punishment of China while balancing our relationship during the regime's horrible murderous actions at Tiananmen Square, and ending the years of tension between the United States and our ally, Japan, by creating the Structural Impediments Initiative that opened Japanese markets by removing non-tariff barriers to American exports and services. On the domestic front, this man of the House, Bush 41, was an outstanding creative agenda, starting by cleaning up the failure of the S&L crisis of the 1980s. He proposed the Americans for Disability Act that was accepted by Congress and has provided millions of Americans with more opportunities for work and access. His Clean Air Amendment set the standard in the world for cleaning up acid rain challenges using market mechanisms benefiting not only America, but our neighbor to the north, Canada. He left office with a reputation of constraining government spending and responsible budgeting. But of course, along the way, there were heartbreaks, beginning with the failure to have his close friend, Senator John Tower, confirmed as Secretary of Defense for ridiculous, spurless, partisan reasons. But on Capitol Hill, President Bush 41 struggled with the incredible partisanship from Senate Leader George Mitchell and House Majority Leader Dick Gephardt, but he treasured his friendships of cooperation and success with members like John Murtha, Dan Rostenkowski, and Speaker Tip O'Neill. Mr. Speaker, George Bush 41 treasured God, faith, and family. He prided himself in the Army mantra of duty, honor, and country. In his memorial service at Washington National Cathedral, historian John Meacham stated that he believed Bush 41 was striving every day to justify why he'd been saved on that day at Chichijima. Thus, his focus on service and, his commandments, don't blame others, always share the credit, warm admonitions from his beloved mom. So, Mr. Speaker, I stand today with my friends from Texas to salute George Bush, a good and faithful servant who ran a full and fast life. I was lucky to know him, work for him, and recognize him for being the exceptional man of character that he was. Our country is blessed to have him as our Commander-in-Chief and our 41st President of the United States. I thank for my friend from Texas, and I yield back.
Just